shit.
Yeah, that one, right? You may get a seizure. Yo, guys, welcome to Comics and Coffee episode 6, guys. Have a dope-ass panel for you guys today. Got a little gift for you guys, too, a surprise gift. It was a gift to me, too. You know, so without further ado, let's get the show started. Bam. That's right, guys. What's going on, everybody? You know, oh, wait, somebody.
Nice.
Yeah, we have one more guest, guys, that came on a little late, but it's all right.
Yeah,
Big Line Cat, yeah.
Problems on my IG. If you want to send in my email,
There's nobody. Anyway, proceed.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, guys, we got 2 surprise guests. You know, I want to start with my first guest right here. We got my man Jem Collectibles in the house. What's up, Jem? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What it do?
Just, you know, happy to have you on. It's cool to join us. You can just shoot the shit with us for an hour, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've been watching anyway, man. I like to get up early and get stuff done. And I said, you know what? Let me catch these guys. They're about to start.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And then
everyone got their comic book mugs, I'm sure, right? Is that how everyone rolls?
Facts.
Well, that's how we roll, man.
I got my mug.
You know, people like us, we're like, what, mid-30s to 40s? That's probably all people know what to get us. Man, get them a comic book coffee mug.
You word up. I never intentionally, I always say this on the show, I never intentionally became a collector of mugs, but every time I get a gift, it's a comic mug.
You at work, people probably get you for the potluck and shit.
Yeah, that's
Never tell people at work like what you like. This is what I learned. Because that's how they get. This is the same thing over and over. Deadpool, Slim Shady, and comic book mugs is all I get. Every year for the past 15 years, they know I like golf, Slim Shady, and comics. All my mugs is all that.
Yo, you know what's funny about that? Because I still got my 9 to 5. I'm still juggling both. And my boss, every now and then he'll be like, "Oh yeah, Steve, he like sells comics on Amazon or something." Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they don't really know the scope of it. You know what I'm saying?
At least he don't. Some people do,
but my thing is, it's good to tell them because that's where you get those people that have those collections that they don't know about, and they just figured, oh, this guy likes comics, maybe I can get $100 out of them. Meanwhile, they have like a freaking AR-15 in that stack, and they don't even know. You know,
I think one time he did send me a picture. Like, I'm at my brother's house. Look at his toy collection. Like, he had like some kind of maybe a Hot Toys collection or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. So next guest, we got another surprise guest. The Doom 143's in the house, only from Hawaii. Yo, it gotta be dumb early over there, bro.
Bruh, it is like the alarm went off at 4:15, and I just got off like talking with Joker like 5 hours ago.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if this is a smart decision. I got to go to work and like, but you know what? Come on, man. I can't. I have to be here. I have to be here. It's a good show. I love this show. So
it's been getting good reception, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna go through you guys in the chat in a minute, but I'm just gonna keep going down the line. My boy Joker M21. What's up, brother?
Yo, what up, man? Look, today's mug, man. Listen, different mug. I got my Ramones on, baby. I got my little mug on. Right?
That's not comic related, but that's all right. It's a pass.
Yeah, but listen, man, I love the rendition of Amazing Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. It's kind of Spider-Man. It's kind of comic book related. So you know, so forgive me, guys, but cheers, guys. But it's kind of Spider-Man. It's kind of
sorry. We just opened up the chat, the phone, and then we got my man BLC in the house. What's up, Big Line Cat? What's going on?
Man? What up? You know, I got to do my cafe con leche. You know. Another episode, man. Let's get cracking, man. I know this Wanda, man. I just saw it last night with the wifey, man. So let's get down.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, let me just give the shout outs to people in the chat that woke up this morning to join us. We got first man in the house was Peanut R, man. What's up, brother? We got Roman Curtis. He's like, come on, man. The damn show. Start the damn show. He hasn't been asleep yet. Who else is up in here? We got Mr.Lett in the house. What's up, brother? We have Wilbur is chilling with us. We got 956 Ref is here. We got Pope Grimy in the house. Alstrand Comic Collection. Paulie, what's up, brother? We got Flash by Comics in the house. We got the Comic Spectre. What's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Word.
Who else is here? Connecticut Comics is in the house, and I think that's it for now.
Real quick before you go into this, man. I seen. I'm gonna start calling y'all Team No Sleep. My man, besides me and Doom, I see Peanut and Roman in the chat, yo. They were up with us this morning too. I don't know how the fuck y'all up, but y'all up. So y'all amazing, guys. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that.
Word, I only stayed up till 1 a.m. with them. Now I gotta go.
Yo, shout out to y'all guys, man.
Yeah.
Team No Sleep.
So the first thing I just wanted to talk about, because I know there's a lot of shows, and I know Jem is doing a review later today in the evening with Gary and all that.
Right?
Yeah. WandaVision is talk about everybody. I can't avoid a video right now without seeing any type of spoiler review because the show is hot right now. So just we go down the line. I don't think we're gonna give any spoilers. I don't know if anybody in the chat minds with that, but we're gonna just start off first with just relevant thoughts and opinions on the episode. I'll tell you mine's real quick. A lot of people were wrong in their theories with this episode. You know what I mean? They had all these big ass theories, but it was a simple explanation to it. What caused everything? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that. I think the last time I did a review on this, like, I think it's going to be more straightforward than people think, man. Like, why does it? And not to get into spoiler territory, but why is Agatha not enough for the villain? Right? Why does it have to be somebody pulling her strings? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that in MCU fashion, they in the last episode they'll say, "Hey, it was really this guy all along," especially when you just literally had a whole song saying that it was this person all along. So it's kind of like,
true.
YouTubers and theory people try to dig too deep sometimes, man. But I wouldn't have called the end credit scene from episode 8. That is like some theory shit that I don't even think people even got. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I thought that was gonna. I thought the version of I'm not really spoiler. But I was thinking that the version of Vision that we got in the Hex, that Vision will end up becoming like the White Vision or the colorless Vision, the way they're calling him now. I didn't think it was gonna be something where that's the I don't want to spoil it too much, but the way it was revealed,
kind of did, bro.
Yeah. Well, and just to tell people on Instagram, just stop. Everyone's been talking about that since like Infinity War. So if you notice, everyone's like, I said it first, so I said it first. No, that thing's been talked about since.
Well, there was mad videos. Like when I went to make my video about it yesterday, I searched and I was like, oh, people was talking about this a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
but the thing about it is, like, people are trying to take credit for that spec, but not for this. They were speculating on what Biggie's was saying. I'm trying not to spoil it. They were trying to speculate on what Biggie's was saying based on Infinity Gauntlet, the whole Infinity War, right? The whole movie thing. Right. So, I mean, people were talking about that book, but it was not for this. So, if you're going to take credit, it wasn't because you were expecting a WandaVision.
No.
I'm pretty sure that people were expecting that character, person, whatever,
eventually was going to
pop up and show up.
And I'll tell you like this: you better sell that book now because that shit ain't gonna matter after this show.
Facts,
it'll hold like a little premium price where that book will stay at for like forever.
It'll be more than what it was worth before because it was probably a $5 book before that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
does homie have a lot of movies in his contract with Marvel left?
That I haven't looked up.
I don't know. That's a big factor. I don't really know about all that shit either,
Well, this is something that we've been talking about like throughout the weeks, and like during the shows, is that a lot of these actors that were finishing after Endgame, how they wasn't coming back and they're done and they did this for a long time. Well, most of them been out of work for a year and a half because of the pandemic. Yeah, so all these people that said I'm not coming back, money talks. They haven't been making any money.
Especially for like a series or something. Like, who would imagine? I was just thinking the other day, imagine the post-credit scene when they first showed Scarlet Witch, right?
Yeah.
Imagine them fleshing that out for this whole show and things that they peppered in to Age of Ultron as just little like passing by statements have now become like fleshed out to the point where you see all this stuff happening. This Tony Stark bomb in front of their face and stuff like that.
That's a retcon,
That's so crazy how I'm sure it wasn't planned all the way, but the way that Kevin Feige and the MCU just tied it all together so perfectly, like it was planned the whole time,
Yeah, you know what that is? That's and that's a shout out to the writers of these shows because they write the stories in a way where if they wanted to manipulate and change something, it's doable. They don't close themselves in their writing.
Why does DC close their doors like that, bro? Like, I'm a fan of DC Comics, but their movie department now they're rebooting Superman, right?
Yeah, that was segue. You know what? Let's just segue. That was one of my topics I was thinking about talking about. No, this is perfect, man. I'm glad because it shows that you're thinking what we're thinking, so that's good. Segue into the whole reboot of Man of Steel. Now, if they have to, in my opinion, I think I loved Henry Cavill Superman. his rendition of Superman was good. What he suffered from was the poor writing and poor execution in his movies. But as far as
he lost you with the mustache thing, man. He
Yeah.
lost.
yeah, that was a studio thing again.
I feel like
yeah.
I understand business and contracts, but I feel like maybe because I'm a comic book fan, but like you're Superman, dog. Like you should have said, man, fuck Mission Impossible. I'm shaving this shit off. I'll put the fake mustache for Mission Impossible.
That's true.
For Superman, it doesn't matter for Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a dumbass move. Yo.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you feel that way because the Superman character is such an important character. Literally, when they took out the statistics of how many people in the world know about Superman, 90% of the world knows about Superman. You know, that's like the most known character ever. You know,
super iconic.
Started superheroes. Yeah, it started superheroes.
And you're telling me that it was so important in the Mission Impossible contract to have a mustache? Like that was important to that role?
Mm-hmm. That was worth the suing of him if he would have got sued, and Warner Brothers should have paid that tab.
They should have paid that, and he would have been beloved by fans. Yo, that to me, that's where he lost me. Like, oh man, this man.
He was better off having a fake mustache. You know what I'm saying?
Like a sticker? Like a sticker?
Why would you see terrible
makeup scars? You know, they can make anything look.
That dude was definitely not a New Yorker,
right? You'd be like, man.
We're like, what that shit.
I mean, I guess I understand the Mission Impossible budget would have had to include CGI mustache or fake mustache, and they have none. But he should have ate it, man. Should have ate it.
Definitely, yeah. Superman role's definitely an iconic role.
Because now look at him. Now you ain't even getting a sequel, bro. You're out of
and everybody was waiting for a Man of Steel 2 sequel because that was out of all the DCEU movies, I think that was the best one.
But also they didn't know what they were doing, man. They should have did that instead of BVS. Then they tried to do like the everything at once kind of thing, 3 storylines at once. With the Rush Doomsday and
the version that we got in the theaters of Batman vs Superman was so chopped up that it wasn't cohesive, and then we had to wait for the Ultimate Edition to actually get a more cohesive story. Because if you watch both of those movies, they're different, you know. So
I don't remember like loving it so much more with the Ultimate cut or whatever, but
it was just more understandable. Certain things were more understandable.
I mean, here's my thing: I enjoy all these movies, but you know, just to critique them, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like the Man of Steel one. I like the direction they went with that.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
They did. Awesome. That was, as I said, that was the best one out of all the DCEU movies. So you guys are good. Yeah. Like you ready for a reboot of Superman already? You know.
Why not? Yeah, you know how we are. We want to watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it regardless. You know, so whether it's gonna be shitty or not, we're still gonna watch it. What about the Superman TV show? Did you guys get to see that? It premiered this week.
I saw it. Yeah, it was all right. It was good. You know, I felt the same vibe I felt when I saw Stargirl. That type of, it wasn't no regular CW type-ish.
Yeah, the budget was higher for it.
Yeah, I guess the budget was higher. I like the whole concept of the kids. How the kids, you expected one kid to have a certain, you know, his powers, but it turned out to be another kid, and that was dope. You know what I mean? I love the whole story between Lois and Clark and this and that. The kids finding out, you know, there were part aliens and shit. So everything was dope. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can. He's my Superman, you know. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. He looks too corny to me. I don't know. As Superman, that's just my opinion. But that's the one downfall though. Everything else was good though.
Well, I liked it. So when I was following that show from the beginning of when they started concepting it, and they were gonna really base it off of like Smallville. It's almost going to have that vibe, but then they decided to change it, and they gave it more of like a Man of Steel vibe, where they made it darker. They made the farm like gloomier, and they changed up his costume where it's, you know, like Henry Cavill's costume, not that cheesy shit with the, you know, over the cape and all that. I liked it. I thought it was different, you know, for a Superman show, and it didn't really. It's really focusing on how he sucks as a father, you know. And I don't know if you guys read Super Sons, you know, like you read. I don't know, Jem, you read Super Sons. I was reading that also in the beginning of Rebirth, and it changed up the way the comics were, you know, for Superman, and it gave it a better dynamic. So if they could follow that formula, we're not making it too CW teen like, you know what I mean? I think it'll do well. You know, it's now they have it as their flagship show for CW.
Something about those shows just don't really excite me.
Yeah, some of them they're cheesy. A lot of them because they're not big budget. But if you watch this one, they filmed it as if it was a movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's an hour and a half long episode, and I think they did pretty well. I think you'll enjoy it. It was different. It was a different tone. It was a darker tone to this show. Not like real just give you a little spoiler. Like one of his sons has deals with mental illness and all that, and takes medications and all that. He flips out and bugs out since he was a kid. And they show him how they really like struggled with that. And in today's world, there's a lot of households that have children like that take medications and bug the hell out, and they deal with it. So they try to make that part relatable because Superman himself is not really relatable, but his Clark Kent character with Lois and that part is relatable. So they're trying it. I like it. It's gotten good reviews. If you look online, it's gotten good reviews.
It's all right.
I'll probably never watch.
So
we're gonna have to catch it.
Yeah. So as far as like new comic books this week, anybody read anything specific that stood out to them?
Oh shit! Dude, I'm a little early in the morning.
No, it's a little early.
I did read. I think I read that Black Cotton that we was talking about. With
Thoro, I read that too. Yeah.
And the Indie Spotlight with CBSI. Shout out to them over there, man. That was dope, man. Dope set of fucking books to read. But anything big though this week? I don't really remember.
I feel like this week was like kind of like a lot of letdowns for me, yo.
Yeah.
Usually I like everything, but I remember when I was doing my review, I was like, every book I was like, oh man, I wasn't really feeling this one. I guess it's the End of Future State, right?
Yeah, the End of Future State. Yeah.
Did you guys keep up with any of that?
Oh, that Mike, because you're the one there with the new comic.
I was, but then I wasn't, bro. You know what I mean? Like I was keeping up with the next Batman with the whole. The
Gotham titles were straight.
Yeah, they were good. Even Harley Quinn was dope. Harley Quinn, I enjoyed that too. Not to skip over Future State, but my man Josh, man, he got an advanced copy. Well, because he helps us local his LCS. He got an early copy of 106 Batman comes out Wednesday, and he says that book is fucking dope.
Oh, that comes out Wednesday, issue 106?
106 comes out this Wednesday, yes. And he said there's another story. There's 2 stories in that book, and I hate when Future State did that. It was like
that was the worst part of the 3 stories. One book had 4. The one that had Mr. Miracle, and that was the worst one.
That shit was too long, bro. Like the main story was so like 2 pages. And the rest
I read all them shits Tuesday afternoon and night to drop it for Wednesday morning. So when I get those big ass books, I'm like,
but he read Batman 106 and he said 106 is dope. The second story is like a Damian Wayne side story, and it shows kind of like what he's been at, and you know what I mean. So he said it shit is dope. He didn't spoil it for me because I'm a Batman guy, so I gotta read it. You know what I mean? So
bro, what I got a copy of? I gotta read a PDF. I got that Berserker 1, yo.
Oh, that's the Keanu Reeves, yeah.
You have read it? I hate when Boom sends me those early ones. They be having their logo mad big on every page, like translucent. I'm like, I can't.
Oh yeah, the water stamp, right?
But it's the whole page, huge.
Damn.
Sometimes I hit them up like, yo, send me this shit without the watermark. You think I'm gonna leak it? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what.
That's exactly what it is, right?
No, I know, but they've done it before. But it's like I got to email you every time for the fucking unwatermarked one.
Yeah. So real quick, guys, we got a couple of super chats. I just want to highlight real fast. So we got my man Roman Curtis here with the first one. What he says? He says, "Yo, sleep is overrated till you turn 40. Anybody got any no-dos?" I don't know what no-dos mean.
That's that shit truckers take, yo.
Oh yeah.
It's so like you stay up and they take that shit to drive mad far.
Oh, so it keeps them awake.
That
right?
No dose and coffee. You don't remember that?
Oh, no dose and there you go. That's right. I was reading.
No
it wrong.
sleep. I'm feeling 40. I think that's what he was saying. That's that China White.
And then we got Wink Inc. Welcome back, Wink Inc. If you guys have not seen Wink Inc. started his channel back up. Yes,
dubs out there, man.
So thank you for the 1999 super chat. He said, "Great panel this morning. Good to see you guys. Good to see you in the chat, brother. Thank you." And,
I want to see Wink on this shit in the morning.
Oh yeah, I told him already. Yeah, so whatever he's ready to let me know. But I'm not gonna give you guys no long-winded super chat video because I just give you quick. In memory of Manny, because he's not here with us right now. You guys get the Manny roar.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So is there anything? So real quick, the reason I brought up the new comic book day books is because I read the Black comic book, the one that I have. I didn't want to read the web exclusive because I didn't want to crease it because I wanted to keep it minty, but I didn't get my copy of the original, the first cover. That thing actually made the top 10, right? For number 2. I saw it on CovrPrice. It was number 2 for it. But that was a dope story. Black Cotton is really dope and is very controversial, and especially with what's going on in today's world with the whole, Black Lives Matter movement and stuff like that. So I don't want to spoil it because it's really good. I recommend it. I recommend that one personally if you guys are into reading something like that. And the second book that I read, and this is because of Manny, because Manny actually read it and he said it was freaking awesome. So then I read it, was Two Moons.
Yeah, I read that too. That was dope, man.
I gotta read that.
Two Moons was dope. I didn't pick up the first issue. I read it on that link that you had gave me, Mike. After Manny had mentioned it to me yesterday morning, and that is a dope book. It's something I'm going to keep on following.
Yeah, that Two Moons. We talked about it last.
Yeah, Tuesday. We talked about it on Tuesdays on the Indie Spotlight. Yeah.
Yo, Josh, if you're there, man, if you catch this new one, I needs that copy.
You need that. We did that last night.
I'm gonna see tomorrow if they have it when we go to that comic shop tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if they got a copy there. See if I pick it up, or maybe I give him a call today. If he has a couple, I tell him to pull it for us. He'll do that.
Cool, man.
I like that chat right there, baby.
Hold on, let me highlight that real quick.
Nice message.
This is from CLG, right? All right, so shout out to CLG Comics for the $4.99 super chat. He said, "Good morning, fellas. Joker, when you're ready, I'll send you a Texas Rangers hat." Oh hell no, he won't be allowed on this show at all if he has a Texas Rangers hat.
It's the CLG, man. I'm a Yankee to the death, man. All right, baby. Remember that. All right, CLG. I'm a Bronx Bomber, baby.
Yeah.
The guest can be from anywhere, but the hats you have to tread lightly.
We let a fucking Met guy here, so
listen. If a guest has a different hat, that's different. But if a New York Warrior has a different hat on, then that's something else.
You can't be a New York Warrior with some Texas hat on.
No. I'll let the Mets ride. That's why I let BLC ride with the Mets hat.
Texas Warrior for that.
Yeah, right. People used to tell me all the time, "Yo, how do you become a New York Warrior?" I said, "Listen, you don't need to be an NY Warrior. You could be a Warrior from where you're at. So, like, if you're from Texas, you're a Texas Warrior. You're Connecticut, that's all it is."
There's a Boston Warrior that hangs out.
Yeah, we do have a Boston Warrior. That it's kind of rare that we have Boston people here, but Murphinator, amazing
Murphinator. Yeah, it's the only Wahlberg that we like. That's it.
Yeah, only Wahlberg.
He gets abused big time, man. So he takes it.
Murphinator is like he's undercut. He's in disguise. He's in Boston, but he's really a New Yorker because that dude, man, he don't care. He says what he says right away.
That's right, CLT. That's right.
He don't care. Yeah, Marky gets a pass through. Marky's from Long Island, so it's kind of like that's not even a borough. but you know what? Long Island be getting more props than Staten Island. And Staten Island is an actual borough.
Yo, talking about Staten Island, man. Yeah, Method Man has his own podcast, bro. Have y'all heard that?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get at Method Man because I know he was campaigning for a role in the MCU. Yeah, and I was trying to get no comic book channel has ever got this guy talking about comics because this fool likes comics, right?
Yeah, he's
I couldn't get a hold of him, and then I saw he got the podcast of Marvel, so I'm like, oh shit, I guess he don't need me no more.
You know what's crazy, Jim? I reached out to him too. I hit him up on IG, like, yo, dude, whatever. And, no reply. He left me. Not even read, bro. Not even read.
I think I hit him up on mad shit, Twitter, IG, because I was gonna be like, yo, man, what if I got Eminem on the show talking? Because he's a comic fan too.
Yeah.
Like these dudes that every time they interview them, they talk about music, and every now and then you'll hear a little something about comics. Like you want to talk about that shit if you're a fan of it. So it's like, what up?
Yeah.
But
Method Man used to my LCS that shut down right before the pandemic. He used to that's where he got his pull list. Him and my LCS owner were friends.
From where?
Comic Book Jones in Staten Island. That was the name of the shop. Yeah, that's where he would get his pull list from. He'd go there once a month and pick up his pull. He was actively in comics still all the way till now. Like even with the new stuff, like he would keep up with everything always. And on Facebook, Comic Jones had a little small following. They should have had a bigger following than I thought because having celebrities like that go to him and stuff, and he even helped them move. He gave Method Man his first Hulk 181 as a gift.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard Method Man say that on like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. Or
Yeah, he gave him a shout out.
book.
He said he used to call him his dealer, but his dealer was Comic Book Jones. You know, that was the that's where he got all that from. You know, like that's
Yeah,
where
because
he got
I
that
always
from.
wanted to ask him because like in the 90s, right, there was like this stigma that comics was only for nerds, but then you had like Wu-Tang with their whole shit was comic books.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Even Outkast, like ATLiens was a comic book cover. So it's kind of like hip hop always transcended that bullshit. Like they're gonna like whatever's hot, regardless of what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to hear their perspective of it. Like, what was it like in Staten Island in 1991? You're Method Man and you're reading comic books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, in his new podcast, he kind of touches on that because his guest was DMC from DMC.
Oh,
and he kind of touches that, and they have a dope ass story of how they got into it and whatever. So, what is it called? Marvel Method, Marvel, something
Marvel
like that.
Method.
Marvel Method.
Yeah, like a play on like the way that Stan Lee had written comics, right? The Marvel Method.
Yep.
I gotta check that out. That sounds like I'm interested in that type of shit as someone who grew up listening to them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was growing up in New York with comics is like someone that would be like, say, rocking Jordans and the Yankee hats and that type of you know, I would say that type of swag or whatever, somebody like that, you wouldn't really associate that person with a comic book person. And then you find out that person is really into it heavily, you know.
Different in New York, being that that's like the mecca for comics as well, though. Is it more of a staple there than, let's say, if you grew up in Texas and you were in like Houston, you might get like picked on for reading comic books in the early 90s as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I was a 90s kid, you know, doing comics in Hawaii. So as far as like being someplace else, but you know, I thought it was always like you could always do the hobby on the down low. You know what I mean? It was something that, you know, you could go to school, be with your friends, do your sports. And, you know, the majority of the people that you hang around with, since they aren't comic people, you know, if you go to a comic shop, it's not like you're going to get busted. They're not going to be there. So like going to the comic shop was pretty easy. You go in, you know, pick up whatever the hell you wanted to pick up. You could dig in the long boxes and, you know, not worry about any of that stuff. But as far as like vocalizing the fact that, yo, I love comics, and Superman and Spider-Man this and Wolverine, and, you know, it wasn't out there vocally, but, you know, if you were to come into my house, it's a whole different thing.
Well, see, it was always a cool thing for me though, because it was like, man, you had video games, you had the animated series, you had like everything was comics as I was a kid. But I guess like I'm talking about more like elementary school. Like I wasn't in high school, like, yo, I'm reading mad comics every day. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you had your special group, you know, when even in school, like you knew your friends, like you had that special group when you with comics and stuff, and then you had other kids that you don't really talk about. That's like that, and is that the topic? Because back then, what I used to do, comics were everywhere. So you could go to a train station, you go to a grocery store, they were all over the place, so it was easy to access. But when it comes to like, you know, talking about it, you know, you had your group, you know, you had your friends. That was your group that you talked to because, you know, we all into the same thing. But the other group of kids, you know, not a subject that everybody talks about, because if you did bring it up, you get laughed at. You're like, oh, really? You hate any collect family? They laugh at you. So, you know,
you had the alley cats with you. I know.
Yeah, you know, but you know, you got stool pigeons that rat on you. You know.
Nah, there's no stool pigeon here.
Yeah,
the only pigeon here is you.
Pigeons, they talk. You know, they can't keep their.
You look like a penguin.
Oh, wait. So you guys already know that.
You know, being like a bird, right? So
yeah.
I related to your ass.
Yeah, you penguin.
So just to touch on that real quick, so the stereotypical comic collector that nowadays is out the window. A lot of people need to like really recognize that. I kind of a little example was when me, Mike, Manny, and Arsenio, the Art Kemist, we went to this shop called the Joker's Child in Jersey. It was in Jersey, but it was like really deep in Jersey, like almost like where it doesn't really feel like it's in the East Coast. You know what I mean? Like it had that, like we stood out there, you know, basically, you know, I don't want to say, well, because we're only like Spanish guys there. Well, we were the only Spanish guys there. So when we walked in that store, like we walked in there and it's like all eyes just went on us when we walked in there. and we kind of got that vibe, like they're like, who the hell are these guys?
I thought you was gonna rob him.
Maybe
Yeah, I don't want to put it out there.
Is this a stick up? Is this a stick up?
And you know what it is though, and when we went in there, like when we go into the stores, we already know what we're looking for. You know what I mean? So we hit the back issue bins right away, and we all split up. Boom, we're on S for Spider-Man. We're on S for Star Wars. Like Mike always goes to B for Batman. You know, like so we already thinking we know what we're looking at. You know, we know what we're looking for, and he kind of like it took him aback to the point where he just came up. The owner came up to us and was like, "Hey guys, can I help you or anything?" We're like, "No, we're good." And we're just looking, and he's like, "Okay," and he kept checking on us and kept checking.
Yeah, he kept checking on us. He wanted to make sure we had no guns.
You know, so it's like he wasn't used to that, so it kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But then we started talking to him on a regular, and then like having a full blown conversation with him, and then he opened up to everything, and even us like coming back and doing like a crawl because he's at a second floor with thousands of comics that he hasn't like put out there.
He said thousands of boxes.
He had thousands of boxes, thousands of boxes up there. So
there's got to be a lot of stuff up there, boy.
Yeah. So that's something that we'll probably end up going back, sometime in the spring to there, So speaking of like how hip hop and all that has transcended in comics, this came in yesterday. It was a perfect book for something like that. So this is that. Let me just highlight it real quick.
Highlight yourself, man. Highlight yourself.
Yeah, so this is from Golden Apple. This is Spider-Man Miles Morales, issue number 23. It shows Miles, basketball. It's issue number 23, which kind of represents, Jordan's number 23. And they can't put the, the Jordan 1s, but they made the sneakers kind of look like if they were it. Because, they can't put the Nike swoosh without getting sued. So I thought this was a pretty...
Pay.
Yeah, you got to pay. Yeah. But we all know what those sneakers are supposed to be. You know what I mean? So it was kind of dope that they did this. And I kind of looked back at the site to see if there was any more. And they actually sold out. I got these from Golden Apple, goldenapple.com.
Yeah, I passed on that.
Yeah, a lot of people passed on it. But I figured with me that I like to buy sneakers and all that stuff. And it kind of like spoke to me. And I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So... Is there anything anybody wants to show and stuff like that? Any books that they picked up during the week and all that?
I haven't got to an LCS for over 2 weeks.
You got some books, Mike?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I'll show a couple things, not too much. Nah, my name ain't Eli, son.
Let me highlight that guy.
Don't hate.
Highlight that game.
Oh, now don't hate. Hate. Okay.
That bird still talking?
I gotta protect my kid. Yo, shut your cat ass up, man. Fucking
real.
Somebody gotta put a lock on that bird.
Say your piece, Manny. Go ahead.
All right, you want me to say my piece? Yo,
bro.
I'm a bird, but I'm a shit on you, just like I shit on people. So shut up.
First, brother.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Yo, meet that guy.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, Mike.
Anyway, so besides the Batman, I'm a big Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer guy. I collect everything that.
Nice.
So I didn't have this one for Silver Surfer Black Run, and this is the 1 in 50 Bradshaw variant. So I picked that one up, which is dope as Galactus Silver Surfer cover. Picked that one up.
All right.
And then I picked up this dope ass Guardians of the Galaxy that came out a couple weeks ago. Issue 11 that came out. Supposedly his new team in this. I don't read Guardians of the Galaxy. I just picked it up because it's Silver Surfer cover. This is the 1 in 50 David Finch cover. Dope ass David Finch cover.
Yeah.
And then from there, shout out to James, man. Yeah. No, you're not. You wasn't, bro. That shit was too fucking loud. All right. Anyways, shout out to James, man. I picked up the first series of Marvel Zombies, man.
God damn, you got those shits already?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So shout out to James with this dope ass fast shipping, man.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So shout out to you, bro.
Oh man, Arthur Sudam, right?
Arthur Sudam cover. Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
I should have picked some of those up.
And they got some dope ass like variants and second printings and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And then the last book, man, I picked up, man, and this is a shout out to Mighty Mel and the Drunken Chat son. My man Ultra Maximus, he's on his spec game, and that dude, when he talks, man, everybody listens. He make movements in eBay, bro. Just put it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to him. He was doing a spotlight on John Tyler Christopher. And then he backtracked and he went back to see what was his first cover, and this is his first cover published. So this is Witchblade 129.
Oh, okay. That's his first cover ever?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Still,
So there you go, man. That's so. Shout out to you guys over there in his drunken chat, son. Those another what is it? Hashtag Team No Sleep over there. You know what I mean? So shout out to you guys, man. And Biggs, that's all I got, bro. That's all I got.
it's a nice book.
Yeah, man. It is, man. It is. Thank you, man. And there's a con exclusive to that too. That's just the regular cover. The con exclusive is the one to have. Are you at work, Manny?
Nah, I'm downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, so that's dope. But you got some good pickups, man. I got a few pickups. I don't got much, but I didn't get a chance to like open the packages, so I'm just trying to open them without making too much noise for you. So I did get a pretty decent big book this week, and I'll show you guys right now, real fast, what I picked up.
I like that guy. I like that.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Roger, 3 Minute Basement. Hey, this guy.
I like that guy.
So just real fast, I was able to get Darkside Jedi was selling these for like $30. So I picked up a set of, because I missed out on the first printing. So ASM 55, the regular Gleason cover, and then he threw in the Delado variant.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That the A cover got so much love that this fucking beautiful Delado didn't get no shine, bro.
Yeah.
No shine.
I know. I agree with that. The Delado one, I think, to be honest, this cover looks, a lot of people in person it doesn't look as good. When you see it on pictures and cameras, it looks nice, but in person, I'm not really feeling it.
I disagree, bro.
You got to disagree to disagree.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then, shout out to Manny. He's on the panel right now. He was doing these little mystery packages for $20. Yeah, for $28 shipped. Yeah.
Let's see this mystery bag. We're gonna call him out right now, bro.
So,
Cubano Comics already opened his. And
yeah.
Show what I
So
put in there.
listen, for $28, and considering he's spending the $8 on shipping, so it's basically $20. I mean, even if it can't. I just looked at the first one and they're already like for $20. This is a $20 mystery box right here from Manny. Real quick, they put together. So he got Fantastic Four 116.
Oh shit!
Damn,
Yeah, so nice little Bronze Age throwback cover right there.
I wish I would have got one.
Fucking man.
Well, that's why y'all dudes be
Oh, this is Batman and Outsiders #1. It's the first series.
That's
Guys, so that's a good book to have. That's the first it's not the first appearance of the Outsiders, but it's the first series, Oh, this was dope. This was nice. I like these. Bartman #1.
Bartman.
Yeah, nice.
And it has the poster inside too.
Yeah, it looks good. And it has, if you guys noticed that silver is like a foil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope. Off the back right there, 3 books right there, $20. That's it right there. Oh, this is nice. All the Star Wars hype. Princess Leia #5. That's a Terry Dodson cover.
All right.
So that was pretty dope.
There's first appearances in there.
Bam. Oh, look at that. #4. Nice.
All right.
Oh, it's a nice little run of it. Look at that. #3.
Okay.
5, 4, and 3 going down the numbers.
Yeah, that's that one right there. Boom. #2.
2. All right. So let's see. Number 1 should be there.
Let me guess the last book.
Two more. Then no, that was dope. You know what? I didn't get this one, and there was secret variants on these because every issue here was something different. So this one has the Shadowhawk #1.
Okay.
And you know what? As far as how everyone's always focusing on not always, but they're trying to focus and find a lot of Black African American superhero characters. Shadowhawk is also Black African American character, and he doesn't get any love, And then he got the #1.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So so shout out to Manny for that was not bad. $20. I mean,
All right.
come on.
You got more than $28 in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're just going by cover price alone, you passed it already.
All right. We give him thumbs up on that.
So and then the last book I got, which was a key issue, and shout out to Uncle Roman Curtis. He had a few copies of this book, and I was like, "Yo, are you willing to part with one of them?" And he's like, "Yeah." He gave me a price, and I just said, "You know what? Fuck it." So picked up nice NYX #3, first appearance of Laura Kenny, aka Wolverine.
That is a smart buy. That is a smart buy. Hell
yeah.
Right now.
Shout out to Roman.
And I think that as far as like MCU spec and stuff like that, I think they're gonna go this route with Wolverine. instead of, I think the older Wolverine will probably be mentioned or something like that. But I think they're gonna go with this rendition of Wolverine for the show. For whatever movie or anything they're gonna do. So this will be the book that's gonna blow up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the word on the street that that's the route they wanted to go with, and that book is such a great book to have.
Yeah, facts. I know we talked about future characters, and that's one of the characters. Compared to, everybody thinks about Miles, Kamala. They got to reference this one, NYX 2-3. This book right here.
Yeah, well, this book was more expensive than those books, even without the hype that those other ones have gotten. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, so I'm not talking about that.
So that means that this book will blow past those books when it's all said and done. I think this book will surpass those. Once the X-Men are really put into the MCU the right way, I think this one will surpass.
Be up
to the same level.
Yeah, I was going to say
this is lower printed. This is lower printed than those books too.
I don't know if it was lower printed than those newsstands UF4s or 1 in 25.
But I mean, like, I'm not counting like direct sales versus newsstand copies. The overall, like, if you just look at it as a title, right? UF4, right? If you look at it as a title, this book was printed less than that.
She can see that catch. Listen, Lett, man. I'm not saying she's gonna pass him, she's gonna be up there, man.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those that's gonna be up there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because just like everyone can relate to Miles being, half Puerto Rican, half black, a lot of women can relate to lead characters. You know what I mean? A lot of little girls could relate to that. There's just as many women as there is minorities to relate to characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So her, and especially the mantle of Wolverine. It's a big mantle because it's a superhero that was invented. He was created in our time. He wasn't created back in the 60s before us,
Yeah, that's true.
He's still a modern day hero that was created. And if you think of the modern day superheroes, the superheroes that lead everything, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Oh, okay. All right,
Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Wolverine is in that category. The Wolverine title is in that category, and popularity, but so it hasn't reached its peak or nowhere near it. So I just think it's going to be one of those books where it won't pass it; it'll be up there with it. Yeah,
that's a super smart purchase right now, because the character, and two is that no one's even talking about it.
I was just about to say that.
No one's talking about it, and it's something that if you actually take a step back. Like, it's almost one of those obvious things. Like, it's so obvious that you should be investing. Well, you should be, but it's such a smart buy. The price is really good right now. There's no hype on it, and that was fantastic. So
I remember that first time the movie was out. I had a copy. It was a 9.4. Then I sent it back because I had a spine roll, and I got back a 9.8. And at the time when I got it back, the hype was already kind of down because the movie came out already. And then next thing you know, it goes back up like a few weeks later. And then it's like now it's at a standstill right now. It's like you said, that's a book you should get right now.
Yeah, the only problem with that book is that it's really, really up against an X-23 #1 Delato, that variant. But so if you look at the prices now on a 9.8, actually the NYX3 is actually it's not as valued as much as the X-23 #1. So for some reason, when it comes to Laura Kinney, X-23 right now the money's on the Delato variant.
On the variant,
right now, like, it's almost like ×2. So whatever the price of NYX3, there's like almost ×2 on the X-23 #1 Delato.
Yeah, and
that's the only problem with that book. No.
So real quick, Manny, to go back because I know you had it. I remember you cracked it, you pressed it right. It was a 9.8. What was it going for at that time in 9.8? I know it was some kind of.
The 9.8. It was going for. I think it was 1,000.
It was $1,000.
It had went up. It had went up so much as I think it went up to like it was like 1,200 or 1,300.
Yeah.
Like right before the movie, but then after the movie, the price dropped down to like $1,000, and then I sold it for $800.
Yeah, so those movies, like they you see inclinations in books because of the Fox movies, but none of them ever held. It's not like a MCU movie where the value would stay a certain way. So it's different. And now because of everything, everything that went up pre-pandemic, it's going to be different than post-pandemic. I think post-pandemic prices are going to stay at a premium. Because people have learned to live a different way in this whole year and a half. They learned how to they know that certain things have a monetary value even more. So it's more, people are going to look, they're going to look for these things and hold them and pay that premium price, and it's going to stay because everyone's in that same mindset. So I don't think we're going to see a dip in books like people are expecting to see. You know what I mean?
A lot of hoarders, yeah.
That's just my thought on it,
Me and Doom were kind of talking a little bit about that, and I think you're right, but I feel like it's gonna come back a little bit down to reality, with certain books, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna stay as high, and they're not gonna go down low either, but at the same time they're gonna reach a point where it's more reasonable, I guess.
The reason I say I don't think the reason I don't think it's going to go too down is because as an investor, so we've been seeing those crazy ass sales, right? Ultimate Fallout 4, the Jujuric variant, $20,000. Someone that pays $20,000 for a book, it's not gonna take 10 grand for that book to resell it because the market's gone down. He or she is gonna either hold at that price or it's gonna be above. You know what I mean? Yeah. Someone that has that type of money, someone that has $20,000 to throw on a comic book just like that, it's a person that has money and won't probably need to really get rid of it. You know what I mean? So that'll keep the market held at those prices. That's why I think that's going to happen. That's why
definitely,
I don't think
man.
See
and
so much of a dip.
There's got to be a comic shop somewhere out there that has that book that don't know what they have, and you got to hit the jackpot. Shit's going to be like the lotto, man.
Yeah.
I tend to disagree because if you're a comic shop and have that book and you don't know what you have, you should have been out of business a long time ago, bro. For real,
Let me tell you something.
You never know. That shit could be in the bin. It could be in the bin. They never checked their bins in years.
The way all these books are going up, Manny's. I agree with Manny with that because the way also to add to what Manny is saying, not everyone. It's so much to keep up with. Even us that we're in this hobby, we're like on this 24/7. All of us. We breathe, eat, and sleep this shit. You know what I mean? And we don't keep up with everything. We sometimes don't. So you can imagine someone that has a business and has to do family and has to do the bills, and he has thousands of boxes that he bought years ago. He probably haven't looked, like Manny said, haven't looked at everything. So there's definitely gold out there.
Yeah, come on. Remember when I went to Utah in 2019 and I found those two fucking first appearance of Gunslinger Spawn.
Yeah.
But those shits were covered. Those shits is not cover price. They were like $5. I bought them shits, fucking sent them out. They came back 9/8. I pressed them, came back 9/8, and I flipped them shits for $500.
Yeah, and I mean, you're on
you just gotta.
Yeah, but you're on a different level. You know what I mean? I think most of the people in the community, we're on a different level of collecting. Like we could go to a swap meet, go up to some guy whose son just collected comics for 6 months and decided to not collect. We could go through his little box and then find those one or two key pieces, like a first appearance of Punchline or something.
Yeah.
That, she just thinks it's just whatever's. But I do have something to add to what Biggie's was saying. And so the only concern, I actually went to a sports card shop today. Was it 2 days ago? And so I was talking to the owner, because she knew me for a while. And then she was just basically saying that this market, whether it's cards or comics, she said the only concern she has is that it has a small feeling like the 90s. And she said what it is that there's a lot of new money coming into the market. She goes, this is the most new money that she's seen in a long time, where people who have not, she said, due to the COVID situation, a lot of people had to stay home and they were just doing stuff like going on YouTube. And all of a sudden, they're starting to see comic hauls. They're starting to see comic podcasts. They're starting to see unbreakings or what do you call it?
Box breakings.
Yeah, box breaks and stuff like that. And so now that there's so much new money, she goes, that's the only concern she has. She goes, she doesn't feel like it's going to be a huge drop when this whole thing is said and done, but there will be a small correction.
Yeah.
and things will kind of. She said that books will go down because what's going to happen is you got all this new money flushing in right now. People are constantly buying, and then all of a sudden they're going to stop buying. A lot of them will stop buying. So not that
Yeah.
they're going to be selling for cheap. You know what I mean? They're not selling for cheap, but what they're going to do is they're going to hold. A lot of people are just going to hold, and that's going to adjust like the market and stuff. But I think Biggie's is right. We're not going to see like a huge downfall.
Yeah,
Hey.
yo, Doom,
Okay.
check this out. The whole thing with the pandemic and everything, but even before the pandemic, you could see how the card game was coming up again.
Mhm.
Like you saw a lot of it. So I mean, what that lady was saying is probably like true, but then another thing is, you know, just with the whole card game, the card game was coming up already before the pandemic. Because I remember back in 2019, you know, early, and you see a lot of people buying cards. And this, I mean, the Pokemon game just started, but you saw a lot of it come up again, you know?
Yeah, but I guess what her biggest concern is that you're starting to see stuff sell that normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's because of, so she saw like before, back in the day, I don't know if you collected cards, but you know, like
Yeah, I
those packs that you could, you know, those packs you could buy at Target.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one would touch those.
Yeah,
No one would
nobody
touch
would touch those because those wasn't because they had two separate what is it? They called the hobby box and
those are just common. Those are just common stuff. So
Right.
no one would touch. But she said like now, like she has to have headhunters literally out at Walmart and at Target waiting for the guy to put the stuff out so that her headhunters can go in and scoop it all up.
You know what too, to add what Doom and Manny is saying too, one thing that we got to consider also, and this is why I always say things are not going to drop and they're going to stay healthy when it comes to collecting, is that if other hobbies come up like the cards now, right, like you guys said, cards have been they have a resurgence, right? What happens is that the people that are in that market collecting, they branch over to other hobbies. Like, for example, you know how we are comic collectors and we start now dipping into the market of cards.
Yep.
So it brings new money to the card market, which keeps it elevated, and it goes vice versa is the same thing. The card market people, they come into our comic book hobby, so they'll end up paying for something that they may not know about too well more, and it keeps the market healthy. Because what segue, I'm sorry, real quick, man. What segue that is something like Marvel cards, where it's part of both hobbies because it's Marvel comics, but it's also cards within like baseball cards and stuff like that, football, basketball cards. You know what I mean? It kind of puts it connects both. You know.
But she just was saying that's her biggest concern because she's wondering, you know, after this whole, she said she's having such a great time selling right now. She's celebrating numbers that she hasn't had in, she said, since the 90s, as far as like week 1, week 2, like the numbers that she's getting. She goes, she's celebrating it, but she said that her biggest concern is that there's so much new money that she's not too sure what's going to happen when the new money people, we're hobbyists, we're always going to be going forward, right? We don't care what the market is. We collect comics, so we're always going to go forward. So she's just wondering what's going to happen with the new money people.
Yeah,
I said that a minute ago, Peanut. I said that's a long time ago.
But you see what's happening now too, like the whole thing with the grading too, the grading with the cards.
Yeah,
that they started raising their prices. The card graders, because if they think they do like what CGC does with the shipping, like if they think the books are worth more than what the shipping, they just charge you more shipping. So now they charge you a premium on the cards. Like say you got that LeBron James fucking the one they sold for $1 million, right? You got one of those. You happen to be lucky that you got one, right? So now they charge you a premium on that card when you send that shit out to get graded. So you'll end up probably paying fucking $400 or $500 just to get that card graded.
Wow,
That's a good turnaround though. 500
yeah, it
for
is
$1 million.
a good turnaround. It is. But I'm just saying, like all these cards, Beckett and PS, whatever the fuck that shit, the other grading companies.
Yeah,
called,
PSA.
Yeah, PSA. They all raise their prices up.
Yeah.
That, and that's because of the cards. A lot of people are sending in cards, and they take forever.
You've seen a lot now, man.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with comics. You know, when companies get a resurgence of elevated orders,
Yeah.
things go up because it costs them more to maintain the level that they maintained before. You know, it costs them more money. They have to hire more people. That more insurance. They have to pay
Yeah.
for high. A lot of things that people don't account for is if something is valued at 10 grand, well, it has to be insured for that. They have to insure it while it's in their hands, so that drives prices up.
Yeah.
As long as the people are paying big money for these books, that means that everything is going to go up along with it. But you know what? Don't be going up. My goddamn paycheck don't go up though.
Word. Well, my shit goes. I'm sorry, bro, but my shit goes up. My bad. But your check and my check is two different things.
Yeah, you're on a different bracket, bro. You're on a different bracket.
It's not even bracket. It's that you have your say the way you work, the time you get off. I don't. If I get off, I don't get paid. But it's different.
It's different. It's different work. It's a different occupation completely. So they have different standards.
Yeah. Another
my
thing
job
is also
through pandemic. It's always going to work. It's no matter what natural disaster is. My job is in demand always because it's about people and people don't stop being people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Segue to another thing about toys too, like the whole toy game too. That shit is getting crazy right now too.
Yeah, everything's picking up, man.
The toy market is can be even more expensive than comics.
Yeah, it costs more to grade a grade a toy than to grade a comic. Yeah. If anybody who grades comics and toys, so I graded a couple of toys and it's crazy because they got to use that plastic that they use is heavy. So what they do is they charge you for the grading in the beginning, and then they send you another bill after they grade the books and ship them out to you for the shipping, because they have to calculate the shipping because the shit is heavier now.
Yeah.
So that's expensive. But anyways, that's it. What else? What else we got?
Yeah, I think so we've been on already about an hour. We're gonna go down. It's already 10:30. I got a few things. I almost wasn't able to do the show this morning because I gotta go take care of some stuff today in the morning. But I'm just gonna go down the line and let everyone. Oh, you know what? Before I go down the line and catch because I know when we do that we always lose a few viewers. So I just wanna highlight this because I know you're gonna hear from Mike 100 times, but I got you, brother. Make sure you guys check out tomorrow, East Meets West at 7 p.m. Eastern on Joker M21's channel. Their special guest is going to be Ben from CBSI on there. And, if they're going to plan anything extra, I'm sure when we get to Mike, he'll let you know the details, But I wanted to make sure that you guys see that, to look out for that. And this coming Monday for us, it's going to be episode 136. That's crazy, right? When you think about it, episode 136 of Chilling with My Waters. And our special guest is no stranger to the channel. It's, founder and president of CBCS Comics, Steve Barak. He's going to come. He's going to chill with us, and he's going to do the whole show basically with us on Monday. So look forward to that. And also, he's gonna, this is probably like his 5th appearance on the show, but this time you will see him as a live person, not the symbol. He said he told me he was gonna be on camera with us, so
that's
that'll
nice.
be cool to have,
Yeah.
So look forward to that. And then one more thing real quick, I just want to plug another video. If you guys have not seen this, guys, check it out. Our comic top back issue picks, based on the Silver Age X-Men books, guys. We're X-Men, we're going to do like a whole wave of them where, because there's so many X-Men books. So this one's just specific on Silver Age also. And then the episode 6, like we had promised before, it's going to be based on the Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier series, and we're gonna go over the prices, what the books are costing now, so this way you could jump on them now before the show starts and things go up. So we'll show you the price base like we always do on that. So now I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna let my fellow NY Warriors give their another thing too, because I know Jem, he had to drop out. Thank you for joining us today. Just want to say that was a dope ass surprise. What I mean? He hit me up this morning. I was like, yo, send me the link. So I was like, cool. So thank you for joining us. That was dope. And then I want to go down the line. And Mike, go ahead, give us your final thoughts and shout out.
I mean, you said it all. Appreciate you. Hopefully, you let me say a couple things that you haven't said yet, but it doesn't look like it.
You always do that to me.
I got
You know
one.
that, right? Every
Yeah.
time you always
Yeah,
say,
what's the point of passing the mic then?
I pass
You know what I mean? Right, Manny? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
tell him, man. Word.
Yeah,
Because, you know,
I want to show the visuals. You know, that's
You're
actually.
bad host.
I'm messing with you, bro.
Yo, Mike, he's a bad host, right? He ain't got no fucking hot chocolate for fucking Arsenio.
So if I've been a bad host, I've been a bad host then for the last 5.5 years. Then,
Yeah,
right?
son. Nah, we're not
Yeah,
talking about. That's different. That's different. We talking about when
You talking about something else. When you driving
yeah.
people, chauffeur, you're a bad chauffeur, bro.
Yeah. The only thing I messed up on, I ain't getting no coffee from Mike. That was it.
Nah, it's all yo, man. You made it up, bro. You made it up. Don't worry, man.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
But anyway, I want to say, man, you said it all. CBS, Ben from CBS, Ben C from CBSI is going to be on our show East Meets West tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. So make sure y'all sub up and don't miss out on that show because it's going to be a dope show. We doing covers of the week. Let me just talk a little bit about that show. Doing covers of the week. It's going to be Star Wars. He's gonna be doing a giveaway, giving away a nice dope ass Darth Maul #1 Virgin cover. What is I think it's limited to 600 print run. I think it was or something like that. So 500 was 500 less than what it was. That whatever.
I think so.
Yeah. So definitely tune in for that. Y'all don't want to miss it. We will be putting people's names on the wheel, so make sure you on the chat there, man, to get a chance to win it. And we'll do the winner at the end of the show. Besides that, man. Let me see what else I got going on my channel. That's about it, I think. And yeah, like Big said, so stay tuned for Back Issues. We're doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's gonna be a dope one, man. I can't wait for that one. Yeah, man. I see y'all in the chats, man. Right?
All right, go ahead, Doom.
Huge shout out to Mike and Spidey Powder Tumbler. Is that right? Is that
Yes.
it clear?
Yep.
These guys right here. I just check this out. I got this in last night. I got one of these knives as well.
Nice.
East West. It took me about 10 minutes to figure out how to close the thing, but once I closed it, I was like, yeah, this thing's pretty dope. That and then this dope ass keychain as well. So be definitely representing that. I do have a haul coming up. I'm waiting for some books. I got like two. Man, I don't even know what to call it. I guess just books I've been looking for. I guess two books I've been searching for I want to say about 4 to 5 years, and I finally found it. So that's going to be on my next haul. Plus, I think I got some dope stuff from some people in the community. So I'll be having that as well. And I won't be able to make the East Meets West show, but yeah, I can't wait to watch it on the rewind. So it should be a pretty dope show as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, yeah, of course, the New York Warriors on Monday. So I always like having Borat. What's his last name?
Steve Borak.
Steve Borak, yeah.
Yeah. I like when he comes on because it's very informative. So
Yeah, definitely. So, real quick, shout out to King of the Golden State for the $5 super chat. He said a coffee for all of you. Also, peep out my latest unboxing from Erod 212. That's right. Yesterday they went live and they did an awesome. He got some awesome grades. That was the best unboxing you ever done, right?
Yeah, you listen. all I gotta say is that he went to the right pressing service. So shout out to Erod 212. Bang bang! You finally learn. I King of the Golden State. You learn, bro. You learn.
Yeah, he learned, man. Don't use those West Coast pressing services.
So you know what? That being said, he's gonna get the Road Dog unedited version of Manny right now.
There you go.
That only gets the meow, right? All right. And speaking of Manny, go ahead, Manny. Give your final thoughts and shout outs real quick.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being YouTube and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Marky, POP, hold it down. That's it.
I missed last night's hangout because I was chilling with White Feet, so I don't know what that's about. I'm sure I'll hear about it.
I don't know. I just that was random, bro.
All right. And last but not least, BLC, if you would have given me a flyer for today's auction, I would have put it up, man. You gotta start making them, guys. BLC, give me your final thoughts and shout outs.
Yeah, like give on that meow.
There you go. Yo, so tonight, finally, man, gonna get the winner of these 2 damn Thundercats.
Yeah, that's me right here.
I'm so excited.
That's
I
me.
want to give it out. You know, I just want to know who's gonna win.
Me,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so-
win, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, okay. Maybe
Ah.
you're in
No,
there.
they
but
ain't
I
no
don't know,
baby.
but-
They ain't no baby.
But right
so-
now, Joker has the most entries. I just let you know
can
right
have
now.
you,
He has the
you can
most.
have one entry and still take it all, bro.
That-
Go
Yeah,
ahead, man. Do
Yeah,
your
you
funny
can.
things and shut up.
One
You
entry,
can have-
one entry gets you one out of the two. Yeah, you got a chance. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you got a chance.
I got 2
You know,
chances.
The more entries you got, the better chance he can go with.
That's okay.
Both of them.
I'm good, man. I'm lucky.
All right. So then, also, I decided
ASM number 1.
I
That's
just
it.
did a
That's all I
free
got.
giveaway video a couple of days ago, and I wasn't gonna, pick the winner, but maybe I just didn't do it after I do this one. I'm gonna put the names in for the Star Wars one. So I'm probably gonna do that giveaway also tonight to get, I feel like I'm in a giving mood, get everybody all happy for tonight and everything. So I might do a live video somewhere maybe during the day. Maybe sell a couple of books that I got here. I don't know, might. But again, tonight, 8 o'clock, come down right here at the Cat Slayer. I will pick the winners of the Thundercats probably in the second round.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna mute you for a second because that shit is like all those little.
Huh?
What happened?
I said I'm gonna mute you for a second because all those little noises are like banging. And go ahead, PLC.
What is that, Manny?
Yeah, because he's in the laundry room. Go ahead.
Well, he's walking around his damn birdcage.
Folding his panties. That's what he's doing.
That's what happens when he's walking around that newspaper.
Yo, I'm trying to mute him so that you could say your stuff without. Now he's gonna interrupt you again. So go ahead.
Well,
Dig your
he
own grave.
everybody anyway. So yeah,
Fucking
so tonight
bastard.
right here, 8 o'clock, definitely come down. There ain't gonna be no bird here. So come on down and have a good time.
Yeah, I don't want to be in your damn fucking cat slayer. There's nothing but stinky ass cats.
You don't need no dirty ass stinking birds and dropping
funny,
poop all
yo.
over the place. Clean up
Yo, but shout out again to Jem Min for stopping by, man. That was
Yeah,
awesome,
definitely.
man.
That was dope,
So-
man.
We gotta put a better lock for that damn bird cage. Keep them in the
Yeah, so
Yo, shut the fuck.
that's right, guys. So you guys, make sure if you're watching this, make sure that you guys sub to the channel. We're on our way to 2,000. Got a little resurgence of subscribers lately, so thank you for that. I reached over 2,000 followers on Instagram, so thank you. There's gonna be a giveaway I'm gonna do for that also. So just stay tuned. Make sure you hit that alert button so you can know when things are happening. And like you said, like you see, you never know what's gonna happen in the show. You never know who's gonna show up. Some things are not planned; they just happen. So that's one thing I like about NY It's always been like that too. Like sometimes you just never know.
Yo, real quick too, man. Special shout out to the Doom man, all the way from Hawaii up doing this shit, yo. Hey, Hawaii,
Yo, that's true. That's true. That's dedication right there.
Yo, facts, brother. Facts,
Yeah.
man. Thank you, man.
That is, man. The Doom is always welcome. He knows that already. I've been telling him for years already. Whenever you just want on, boom, you're there. Doesn't matter who's on.
Yeah, thanks. But it was early. I was like, damn, is it really 4:15?
Don't worry, you can take a nap later.
Yeah, that's right. You can go take a nap. That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. So that's it, guys. Remember, tune in tomorrow night and tune in tonight for BLC's auction. See who's gonna win. And that's it, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Later.